Thank you for being here to listen to my presentations, which I believe would be a bit different in the context of each practical approach. I'm saying this because not only the community involved act as the subject of research, but they are also involved in the knowledge transfer program our university UMS is implementing. The title of my paper is Regaining the Competitiveness of the Rural Community-Based Ecotourism in the Era of Post-COVID-19, a case study of Marakau village in the north of Borneo. The idea of using the word regaining is because this particular community has just entered its commercial business early in 2019 when COVID-19 struck. From a traditional community activity, the community finally transformed the activity into a commercial business banking on its main ecotourism products, which are the fish and the river that flows through several villages in the area, including Marakau village. The community operating the seabed is the Tagal Association of Mansahaban River of Marakau village. As you can see in the slide, one photo shows a group of people playing with big and colorful fishes in the river named Mansahaban River. Standing in the middle is the chairman of the association, Mr. Amdan Jaini, the local champion who successfully brought the community into the business. Credit also goes to Sabah Fishery Department, which guides this association into a successful Tagal business. Before I go any further, let me explain what is Tagal, or also known as Bonbon, and the business that this community is doing. Tagal or Bonbon is a local language of a major ethnic in Sabah, which is Dusun and Kadazan, refers to the forbidden of catching any fish from a marked river for a particular period until allowed to do so. Anyone who trespasses this prohibition will be fined by the native court of law, or known as Sogit. The value of the fine is normally from Ringgit Malaysia 3,000 or Ringgit Malaysia 5,000 and above. By the end of 2019, around 10,000 tourists and visitors were believed to have visited Bonbon Marakau Ranau. The most interesting part is when you let the tame fish suck your fingers while giving them food. That is the most enjoyable experience that makes BMR or Bonbon Marakau Ranau unique. Nevertheless, would that activity sustain? How about the safety of the fish, the water quality of the river, and tourism package that BMR can or should offer to ensure sustainable development of BMR? Thus, this research is meant to ensure that efforts to enhance or elevate the business should be at par with the efforts to preserve and conserve the ecology. Failing to preserve and conserve will make it difficult to sustain the ecotourism-based business. Moreover, it has been argued by various scholars that it is not easy to maneuver venture collectively among the community in the rural area. In short, the capacity building in managing and handling seabed needs to be focused on. By the way, this case study is focusing on Marakau village for three reasons. Firstly, it has been chosen as a model community under University for Society program representing the Borneo zone. Secondly, the project will become the benchmark on how knowledge transfer project can be successfully implemented and to be duplicated and replicated by other rural communities. Thirdly, the experience gained in studying the development of this community will provide worth finding on how a community as a small workforce should operate. COVID-19 has caused loss of visitors, unreadiness to face the new norms, lack of know-how in running or planning a commercial businesses, flood vulnerability, and potential human factors threatening water quality are among those challenges that warrant immediate attention. Hence, careful strategic planning has to be planned by properly managing human resources as well as natural resources. In view of the strategic planning, various scholars highlighted their concerns about the community members' mindset and action in managing the business that is also not for profit purposes, but also to focus on ensuring the sustainability of the natural surrounding. The service provided by the community members is also a major concern to sustain in a business. Scholars shared their view by pointing out the relevance of customers' impressions to staff outward looks. Research confirmed that there is a close link between physical beauty or appearance and consumer engagement. Nevertheless, not much study were done on the importance of physical appeal in Tibet, where most of them are villagers who are comfortable with what they used to wear and practice. Past studies concluded that having the natural resources may be hampered by incapable human resources, in particular human resource quality in relation to sustainable development of seabed. This can be hypothesized as the capabilities that influence the human resource quality's effect on the sustainable development of seabed, and the resources influence the human resource quality's effect on the sustainable development of seabed. The study applied three phases that were mostly recommended by various scholars in the past. Research involving the community in rural areas such as Marakau village requires a sincere connection approach with the local leaders. Associate Professor Dr. Fatima Ahmedi and I had produced a book in which the inputs came from the experience we gained from conducting a national program for university leaders under ACAP, Akademi Kepimpinan Pengajian Tinggi, and the sharing from pioneers of various national initiatives in community engagement. The title of the book is Share Models for Leaders, based on the abbreviation of SHARE. SH means shared leadership, referring to the sharing of thoughts of leaders from communities for academia and other relevant parties to understand in order to blend well with the community. In short, to gain the community's trust. A or action concern a 6-step plan of address, prioritize, match, formulate, execute, and measure. We address what are the issues in the community. Then we prioritize the important issues. After that, we match the issue with the relevant expertise among the academia. The formulation of strategy or knowledge dissemination or transfer follows. Execution takes place for the projection period of implementation. Measuring the impact determines the sustainability of the project. RE is an abbreviation for relationship building. This is another important aspect to secure the sustainability of the project. A continuous relationship will only sustain when everyone is involved, either among the community itself or between the relevant parties that support the community from the beginning. The second phase is the observation phase. Observation includes observing, listening, reading, touching, and documenting the phenomenon's behaviors and attributes. In relation to the second phase is the third and final phase, which is the interview phase. There are 5 structured interview questions to investigate whether past studies findings are relevant to the current context of study. One item number 6, purposely wants to determine the effect of the physical appearance of the staff. The other item 7, mainly aim at disclosing staff view on the influence of HRQ and competitive advantage on the sustainability of Tagal Marakau Ranau. Thematic analysis was conducted and revealed that capability factors dominated the effect compared to resources on sustainability development. The ability to adapt to changes driven by technology and tourism driven are the additional factors that contribute to sustainable development. The land issue is a common problem that could not be taken for granted. Otherwise, it causes unwanted stress that threatens the persistence of the community to engage in the business. In between physical appearances and attitude and behavior, the concern is more on the attitudes and behavior. Perhaps for Tagal business, the routine activity in the river causing the physical appearance not to become that significant. In overall, the competitive advantage, which comprises capability and resources, are very influential factors that can prolong the sustainability of Bombon Marakaurana. In conclusion, the capability of handling the fish tagal and conserving the natural environment may regain the uniqueness and competitiveness of BMR. Thank you.